The Alien franchise has terrified audiences for over 40 years. But here's the thing. The creatures in these films aren't just Hollywood nightmares. Many of their traits come straight from real biology found right here on Earth. The films take place around a real star system called Zeta Reticuli. It's about 39 light-years from Earth. Two sun-like stars orbit each other there. And in the movies, a gas giant planet with moons circles one of them. In Prometheus, scientists find cave paintings pointing to this star system. This idea comes from real research. Ancient humans did record cosmic events in their artwork. Carvings in Turkey may show a comet strike from 11,000 years ago. The moons in the Alien films are barren rocks with poisonous air. LV-426, where the first xenomorph is found, has some physics problems, though. Its gravity is way too strong for its size. The density would need to be 10 times that of Earth. The Prometheus spacecraft makes the 39 light-year trip in just 2 years. That's a problem. Nothing with mass can travel faster than light. Even with 1,000 of our best engines made 1,000 times stronger, the trip would take 250 years. But the films got one thing right. Hypersleep. NASA has actually studied putting astronauts into a hibernation-like state for long missions. Animals do this naturally. It slows their metabolism and reduces the need for food, water, and oxygen. Now let's talk about the xenomorph itself. The creature's life cycle was inspired by parasitic wasps right here on Earth. These wasps lay eggs inside other insects. The larvae eat the host from the inside out, keeping it alive as long as possible. There's also a fungus called Ophiocordyceps that takes over ant brains. It forces the ant to climb high before it dies. Then the fungus sprouts from the ant's body to spread spores. The host becomes a tool for reproduction. A parasitic barnacle called Sacculina does something even creepier. It injects itself into crabs and takes over their reproductive system. The crab becomes sterile and starts caring for the parasite's babies as if they were its own. But the xenomorph has abilities that go beyond anything on Earth, and one of them breaks the laws of physics in ways that seem impossible to explain. The chestburster grows from tiny to full size in just hours. We never see it eat anything. One theory says it might absorb gases from the air like plants do with photosynthesis. But there are serious problems with this idea. Insects breathe through tiny tubes called tracheae. This works great for small creatures, but as animals get bigger, they can't get enough oxygen this way. That's why insects were much larger when Earth had 3 times more oxygen millions of years ago. The xenomorph can also survive in the vacuum of space. If it breathed through open holes in its body, those would be weak points. The pressure difference would cause material inside to burst out. So how does it survive? Then there's the acid blood. This stuff burns through multiple layers of metal in seconds. The strongest acid we know of is fluoroantimonic acid. It has a pH of -31.3 and can dissolve almost anything. But how does the xenomorph contain this acid in its own body? The answer might be Teflon. Yes, the stuff on your non-stick pans. Its carbon-fluorine bonds are so strong that even the most powerful acids can't break them apart. Some fans think the xenomorph is silicon-based instead of carbon-based like Earth life. Silicon forms strong bonds too, but even silicon probably couldn't resist fluoroantimonic acid, and the creature grows inside carbon-based humans, which contradicts this theory. But the acid blood isn't the scariest chemical in these films. There's something far worse. And it connects to everything in the entire franchise. In Prometheus, scientists find a black goo that can rewrite DNA. It was made by an ancient race called the Engineers. This substance can turn any living thing into something else. Worms become aggressive creatures with acidic properties. The goo works like a violent version of CRISPR. That's a real genetic editing tool scientists use today. CRISPR can insert new DNA sequences into living cells. The black goo does the same thing, but it forces organisms to become weapons. This means the xenomorph isn't really a single species. It's whatever happens when the goo or an embryo mixes with a host. In Alien 3, a dog becomes the host and creates a runner with dog-like traits. The host shapes the final form. The name xenomorph means strange form. Xeno is strange. Morph is shape. It's not specific to one creature. The classic xenomorph we know is just what happens when humans are the host. It's a dark mirror of us. The films even suggest this goo-seeded life on Earth. An engineer drinks it, and his body breaks apart into genetic material. This spreads into the water and starts the chain that leads to all life on our planet, including us. We don't have anything like this black goo today, but CRISPR is getting more powerful every year. Scientists can now edit genes in living organisms, not just embryos. This technology could change medicine forever, or it could be misused. The moons of gas giants remain some of the best places to search for alien life. Europa and Enceladus in our own solar system have liquid water oceans under their ice. Life could be hiding there right now. Earth has creatures called extremophiles that live in conditions we thought were impossible. Boiling hot springs, freezing Antarctic ice, crushing ocean depths. If life can thrive in these places, it could exist almost anywhere in the universe. Our galaxy alone has between 100 billion and 400 billion stars. Many have planets. Some have moons. The odds that Earth is the only place with life seem very small when you look at those numbers. We've been searching for signs of intelligent life for decades. Radio telescopes scan the sky for signals. So far, nothing. But the universe is vast and our search has barely started. We've only looked at a tiny fraction of what's out there. The xenomorph combines real traits from Earth parasites into one creature: parasitic wasps, mind-controlling fungi, body-snatching barnacles. Nature already created the building blocks for this nightmare. Evolution just hasn't put them together yet. As we push further into space, we may find life very different from us. It might not be friendly. The alien films remind us that the universe doesn't care about human survival. Whatever's out there evolved for its own reasons. The xenomorphs are fiction, but the questions they raise are real. What will we find when we reach other worlds? Will we be ready for it? In the vast emptiness of space, we may not be alone. And that should make us think carefully about what comes next.